What are some of the things the Canberra bubble is not telling you about Labor's second budget since winning government on the 22nd of May last year, almost a year ago? Well, let's start with a budgeted $365 million fund to lead up, not the actual vote, but in the lead up and for several agencies to prosecute The Voice. I'm not kidding, $365 million. Or what about this little rort? Buried away in the documents, news that will probably please my first guest, Senator Hanson, but should have every Australian running a small business or the millions of middle-class Australians who got nothing last night upset. Every lower house MP, every one of them, Labor, Coalition, Green and the crossbench, Teals, everybody else, and other independents, plus every senator, 76 of them, so in total, 227 MPs will be allowed at your expense, the taxpayers of Australia, to hire an extra electoral office staff member. Simply put, another 227 government employees. But it gets worse. A Change Little reported today that during parliamentary sitting weeks, any single staff member of the 5, so each office around the country will have 5 workers in that office, any of them will be entitled to travel to Canberra. Now, can you imagine the cost of that in airfares, accommodation, on-ground transport for all those office staff to make themselves feel important by rocking up to Parliament House? It's absurd, and the reason given for the extra number, and these staff members can earn, I can tell you, anywhere up to $87,000 a year plus overtime. The reason given is that MPs are overworked. Growing demands on MP offices apparently means they're working too hard. Now, seriously, of all my 67 years on the planet, across 3 states, living in New South Wales, South Australia, Victoria, I have never, not once, ever been to my local federal MP's office. I've never sent them an email, never sent them a text, never even thought to do it. And I suspect many of you watching would be just like me. But of course, in a budget that arrogantly adds 10,000, that's right, count them, 10,000 more public servants to the Canberra payroll, why should we be surprised? And it gets worse if that's possible. A third of that 10,000 have been public servants before. They've been retrenched and now they're being rehired. This increase, 10,000 more pen pushers, is the biggest single increase in at least 15 years. And have a guess who was back in power in 2008, 15 years ago? Our old mate, Kevin Rudd.